All right. Too hard on Stefanski, not hard enough on Stefanski.
Okay, so you know...
Dan Orlovsky of ESPN, he thinks we're making the mistake of a lifetime if we let him go.
Well, the number one name that I would pay attention to if I were the Giants is what happens in Cleveland with Kevin Stefanski. Mm-hmm. If I could handpick a guy, it would be Stefanski. He's an outstanding coach, 2-time coach of the year. I understand people in Cleveland are like, this guy can't coach. There's a lot of empirical data we would say otherwise. This is a difficult spot for the Giants. I really believe that because there's no question you need to get a guy that's going to bring the best out of Jackson Dart, obviously. But it's also when the Giants have been at their best, it's been under like a coach like a Parcells or a Tom Coughlin, a defensive-minded, hard-nosed, disciplinarian, tough. It fits the culture. It's not just offensive-centric. So it's trying to find the balance. I would go Kevin Stefanski. I would go Jesse Minter, the defensive coordinator of the Chargers. I would entertain John Gruden and maybe Matt Nagy, but Kansas City. But I would pay attention to see what's going on in Cleveland.
I didn't notice the ooh after Jesse Minter either, but I just did.
Somebody's like, I haven't talked in a while.
Boy, you were in a mood today.
Who has ever in the world?
I do that all the time.
Jesse Minter is fine. I've probably done it too.
I do it all the time.
Jesse Minter's fine. I've heard him as a candidate, but is he worthy?
Why isn't he worthy?
Well, why aren't the other guys worthy of that?
I don't know.
Why is only Jesse Minter?
Well, the other ones are. It just depends on when you want to drop in. I'll go.
That's
yeah.
Hey, what if why did you say John Gruden?
Well, John Gruden is interesting. Is John Gruden on the list though for the Browns? I'm not sure. Well, I don't think at this point you're making a mistake if you let go of Kevin Stefanski. You're not making a mistake. I think there comes a time where there's an end for everything, and there are certain situations where you can go, this situation has come to an end, and now this situation may be better for him. And he may very well know that. I mean, hell, by the answers he's giving in these the non-answers he's giving in the press conference, he may very well know that. I mean, this could be, I mean, no pun at all, but this ship has sank. So for him, he's looking at it going, what the hell's the point of this? I mean, I go on these rants all the time about what they're trying to do. I mean, Mary Kay, God love her, and I love Mary Kay. But this whole Super Bowl window 2.0, this is no window. This is no window. This is what you've built. This isn't the beginning of anything. This isn't a rebuild of anything. You went to the playoffs 2 times. You went to the wild card round twice. You got to the divisional round once. That's it. This isn't a rebuild of anything. If you were rebuilding anything, then you would still have the previous quarterback. This isn't a retooling, restocking. This is a nothing. This is what you built. That's why I got so angry with you yesterday about the tanking thing. This isn't the beginning of anything. This is the end. And to say it's anything else is to excuse what they haven't been able to do, which is build anything. Because, again, if you can't give me any consistency, then I think you just got lucky and you really don't know what you're doing. Good organizations, yeah, you kind of got to go through it at the very beginning. All right? That's true. But once you get it, you have to have some model of consistency. They don't have it. It's either feast, which feast is only 11 wins, or complete famine, what we're dealing with right now. And there's no happy medium. Like with the Rams. The Rams got rid of all the draft picks. They cashed in, they won a Super Bowl, and all of us thought that the Rams, boy, there's some hard times coming for that football team.
They have one down year?
At what, 10-7? Yeah. They had 2 10-7 seasons. They might have had 1 year where it was like 9-8 or 8-8 or something like that. That was it. Because they've established consistency.
They had 1, 5, and 12.
Oh,
but
5
every
and 12,
other year.
I beg your pardon.
But every
and then
other
it was
year,
10-7 the next 2 years. Yep. Okay, so you had 1 down year, not 2, not setting it up for everything.
And they didn't have any picks, too. We talk about
and they
we
didn't have any
3
picks.
first-round picks.
But you know what they did? They know how to scout. They know who they're choosing, so they made those choices. And those guys help out. Even the guys, when they get guys in the 5th round who end up being often injured, and they still are able to replace those guys. You know, that's why they're good. Because they can develop and they have the consistency. What talent do we develop? What talent do we develop? Everybody else takes advantage of when they get them. We develop no talent. We really don't know how to pick them. If you have one really good draft out of 6 drafts you've had, I'm just going to say you got lucky at the end of all this.
Well,
you've had a situation with two good seasons with your head coach, where it seems that the organization has done everything they can to get in his way. If we're going to victimize Kevin Stefanski in so many ways, fine. But this is what they are. Don't let anybody sit there and make any sort of an excuse and say, that's why I hate the tanking thing so bad. It gives them an excuse. Oh, this was planned. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. This was not planned. Giving up $96 or $92 million more to a quarterback who fans do not want to see was not part of the plan. Don't give me that. That lets them up. No. If this thing's going to be saved, you pull the nose up on the thing. And it ain't gonna. So at the end of this year, whatever happens, happens. The only argument I'm making is that I'm waiting until the end of the year. And you guys can hate those reasons all you want. I'm just giving you perfectly sound reasons, but everybody wants blood, so they want the guy to let go right now. Ain't going to make the situation any better whatsoever.
Well, it'll still give you plenty of time to be mad at whoever else is left at the end of the year.
Yeah, and you can be plenty mad at the other guys while everybody sits there and talks about your organization being the brand of dysfunction. And you guys know damn well, if you say it, you're allowed to say it. You're a Browns fan. You hate it when anybody else calls you dysfunctional. You hate it when everybody else calls you a circus. You hate it when everybody else says that you guys are a bunch of clowns. You absolutely hate it. You live it, you breathe it. You're allowed to say it all you want. Nobody else is. And they're going to spend 2 months, and we're going to hear about all these candidates. I'll open up the envelope, and all these candidates are going to go, yeah, I like New York's situation better. They have Jackson Dart. I like Tennessee's situation better because they might have Cam Ward. Now, I know that might be a stretch. Who are some of the other jobs that might open up after this year? I mean, you don't really know. And all those jobs may end up being better because, well, now we got the owner who's meddling again. Well, you guys wanted it. You'll get it. I'm just giving you, I know you're mad. And some, I'm already seeing on social media, some I ain't going to reach. Fine. It's not an argument for him to keep his job in perpetuity. It's an argument to build more evidence. It's an argument to let things go how they are. Hell, if you put in an interim coach, guys usually play for interim coaches. You usually win a game.
You'll win a game right away.
If you guys want to tank this thing out like you all say you want to tank this thing out, the worst thing you can do is put an interim coach in there. 1-6-4-7-4-0092. All right. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the gales of November come early? Wait, when the waves turn the minutes to hours. Damn it, I messed it up myself. I'm sorry, Gordon. Wherever you're at up there.